because I'm lovable and people like me and I'm delightful.
Let's get something very clear today. There is zero things in common with me and Candace Owens. Literally nothing.
With all due disrespect, Amanda Seals, you special ed professional victim. Get the off the internet. How the you gonna sit there and call Candace Owens a idiot and tell people not to call her a queen? She the only one married. She's the only one getting married. All these old bull ass queens y'all call can't be queens without a king. You're a princess without a king.
What's going on, guys? We got to talk about another black woman crashing out. Now, this isn't about Kamala Harris necessarily, okay? So this woman, Amanda Seals, I mean, she's just a crash out type of person. It seems like that's all she does is crash out and say ridiculously stupid things because she has an issue with Candace Owens. She's always had issues with Candace Owens because it's one of those things where anytime a person makes sense, unfortunately, in the black community, if you say things that make sense, a lot of time black folks don't agree with you. If it's like outside of the mainstream black narrative, then they think that it's a white person thing to say or that you're trying to appease white people. And it's exactly how this Amanda Seals lady is.
And once they realize that, guess who's the first group to take them back?
I don't know her.
You know, I ain't say nobody's name, Amanda. You don't even know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Sometimes, and it's happened before, people in our community forget that they're black.
Whoa.
And they try to appease a group of people that's probably never going to embrace them. And now Miss Owens, who, I don't want no black pilots, I don't want this, I don't want that. And now we can't keep off our black media stations.
It's not her fault.
Whose fault is it? No. Let's not take that blame.
Let her back in.
Huh?
The spaces that let her back in.
Oh, okay.
But on top of not being a particularly smart person, I'm not even gonna, it's like it's almost insulting to even use smart or intelligent or anything that revolves around having any type of intellect for this person, because this is an individual who believes that the entire Trump assassination was a total fabrication, like it was some sort of movie production or something.
That shit was more staged than a Tyler Perry production of Medea Runs for President. I lived in Harlem long enough to know that gunshots do not sound like making popcorn on the stove. Pop, pop, pop. Where'd the blood come from? So in theater, in movies, they have what's called blood pellets. They even, people use them in Halloween. It's basically a pellet of fake blood that's in your mouth. And when you crush it, the blood comes out. To be frank, Small Hands Trump would not respond by raising his fist in the air triumphantly were an actual attempt made on his life. This was, I believe, done to try to show his strength counter to Biden's fragility.
Stupid people. Stupid people didn't have a clue. They didn't have a clue. They don't understand. They really don't understand.
Now, going back to Candace Owens, this person is apparently feuding with Candace because people are comparing her to Candace Owens. Now, I will admit, it's a stupid comparison. You should not be comparing this crazy woman to Candace Owens at all. The only thing that they got in common is that they are both black. That's about it. And some would argue, apparently, if you in the black community, since apparently blackness is based off of what's up here instead of what's out here, then Candace Owens wouldn't even qualify as being black. And Kamala Harris, I guess, would qualify because she feels like she is. It doesn't make any sense, but this is how the community is nowadays. Whatever you feel and whatever you identify with. But this lady's crashing out just because people in her audience like the fact that she has things to say that they agree with. Like Candace Owens has things to say that obviously, if you believe in common sense, you can't disagree with everything that Candace Owens says. Most everything she says is common sense. I don't agree with everything, but most of her positions do come from a common sense place. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what Seals had to say recently.
The obsession with you all mentioning this idiot's name with mine, not Roland Martin, this woman that you all keep mentioning with mine. Let's get something very clear today. There is zero things in common with me and Candace Owens. Literally nothing.
I can agree with that.
When you suggest that there is any reason why we should share space, what you're doing is, one, wildly disrespecting my education, my authenticity, and my value system.
So you can already tell that this lady has a bit of a God complex. As a matter of fact, go ahead and play the clip.
You know the godliness that comes from making something out of nothing? It's beautiful to be able to do that. I'll continue to lead. I know that I am a supernatural being, and I know this. What someone may call hubris is really just me knowing that I come from something great. And I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to know that. Where do I come from? I'm not crying right now because I'm sad. I'm furious.
Okay, honestly, I've had enough. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Really? 3 pieces. 3 from 3 people I have never met in my life. From 3 publications that are supposed to be about uplifting black people, which is all I have dedicated my life to doing. Shit! What hubris do I have? You people literally cannot stand that someone has studied and is speaking on what they study, that someone has read and is speaking on what they read. You can't stand that someone loves us, so much that their passion is so exemplary and is exuding through the phone that it touches people who literally have never felt love that much and they don't know how to process it.
This lady is a lunatic. Let's continue.
You are also giving her merit that she does not deserve and that is completely unearned. So please stop juxtaposing her and I in any shared space other than those that exist right now at the behest of gravity and a necessity to breathe air. That's it. I don't even know if we came into the world the same way, because I don't know if she was a cesarean or a vaginal birth. So, like, please, stop. Like, we have to get more nuanced than thinking just because 2 people are black and they're women and they, like, have mentioned politics that they should, like, share space. No, they don't need to share space. Like, when some people are like, well, we should send our children to predominantly white schools because they like deserve a better education. And it's like, okay, that's one thought process. But the other thing is that, like, you're putting your kids in a space where they're going to, like, actually feel harm. Why? Why do it?
So going to a white school is gonna make you feel harm. Have y'all been to a black school? Look, I know, for anybody who's like white and you're like, you went to like an all black school, I already know. Because I've been to both. I've been to mainly white, mainly black, and then a mix. And I can tell you right now, the black kids are totally out of control. So, yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons to both. You need to know how to navigate different types of people. But, like, feeling harm, I certainly wasn't feeling any type of harm or anything. Were there kids who made, like, inappropriate jokes, like, that would be considered like racist jokes? Sure. But it wasn't anything particularly harmful. Was there like severe bullying or anything like that? No. But as a matter of fact, the black people at the black school made the much more racist jokes than the white kids, because the white kids kind of like weren't allowed to do that. You know, it's overt racism. The black kids are enabled to do everything. Like, nobody ever wants to say anything because they're black. So they would say whatever the hell they wanted and nobody would ever do anything about it. But the silly thing here is, like, guys, Candace Owens doesn't need, like, unearned, like, oh, let me pull up Candace Owens here. Okay. Candace Owens. Okay. She has 3,320,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. A lot of videos, 1K videos. You know, I'm almost up to 1K. Shout out to Black Anomaly Rising. All her videos, look, 1.5 million, 600K, 800K, 1.1 million, almost 500K, 2.3 million with her and her husband, 5 million again. Like, and you scroll down, it's 4.2 million. It's so many millions of views. This is after her termination from the Daily Wire. Candace Owens is on fire. And if you guys remember kind of how she springboarded a lot of her early career, I believe she was with The Blaze. And she was going to like these college campuses cooking these ridiculously woke college students. She hasn't been like recently, I don't think, but she still does that on occasion. I don't know how often she goes, but she still does that. I posted videos of her, not recently, but last year in 2023, where she was still doing that. So I don't think Candace Owens needs your help, sister. I don't think that you two being associated, if you ask me, it would elevate you more. And for the record, Candace Owens has been doing the political thing for a lot longer, as far as I can tell, than Seals. You know, I know that Seals is older, but Seals is considered an actor. She does like voice acting and stuff like that. And, you know, some like TV roles and occasional movies. But I mean, apparently she can't get along with anybody long enough to get any major roles in big movies. You know, so she has her clout in her own way. But I think as it relates to politics, people respect Candace Owens' opinion much more than some lady crashing out with a God complex. Candace Owens doesn't have a God complex. And if you notice the dude from the beginning of the video, I mean, he straight up calls it how he sees it. Like Candace Owens, the only person who's married, the only one, like, you know, it's a big thing in the Black community, being able to get married women or women who don't have children before marriage, and men who don't have a bunch of kids or locked up or in jail or something crazy, right? Like, obviously not every single person is like this, but in terms of the children aspect, the statistics are terrible for the Black community. You know, marriage statistics, terrible for the Black community. Candace Owens, she may have married a white man, but I mean, she's got it down pat. I don't see a divorce coming anytime soon. I mean, she just posted a video with her husband in the video. Now, guys, I know being a little hater is not exclusive to the Black community or anything, but this entire video just reeks of a bunch of haterade because Candace Owens is literally a household name. A lot of people may not even click on this damn video because they don't even know who the hell Amanda Seales is. Like, if you knew who Amanda Seales was before this video, let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, she's from such and such and so and so. But guarantee, even if you did know, which most of you won't, everybody knows who Candace Owens is. I could literally, my family is not political at all, and they all know who Candace Owens is. Everybody knows. You can ask anybody. Everybody's gonna be like Candace Owens, even if they don't like her. If they're some other race, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, she's a lady who does politics that Black people don't like. Everybody is gonna know her as that she's a lady who does politics that Black people don't really get along with because she speaks truth. Of course, Black people gonna say, okay, she's a raccoon, she's this, she's that. That's all they're gonna say, but everybody knows who she is. Nobody knows who Seales is. Anyway, guys, these are just my thoughts. Do you think Seales is more talented and more educated and smarter and better for the community than Candace Owens? And for the community, I mean the Black community and all of America on the whole, in terms of her thoughts and viewpoints that she shares. Do you think Amanda Seales is better or Candace Owens? Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
So somebody with a Columbia University degree is probably working at a job from somebody in the Jewish community or another community that don't even have a degree.
And they're trying to say that, you know, Hamas as a culture is of terrorism. It is of bad apples. And I think that from what we're seeing, that simply is just not a fair assessment.
You see, that's the real threat to democracy, stupid people. That's the threat. Our biggest threat to democracy is stupid people.